for the IELTS test? If your answer is yes, then you need to know about this before you go ahead with the registration or enrollment for the IELTS test. Recently, the IELTS body have come up with a number of policies which have already taken effect in some countries, especially or particularly in Africa, Nigeria as a case study. Now, it's not just about Africa, but also in other countries across the globe. So you need to know about this policy before you enroll or book your IELTS test. Before now, test takers were allowed and free to write the UKVI IELTS test, choosing from the options of either sitting the UKVI paper-based test or the UKVI computer-based test. However, the UKVI paper-based test allowed test takers to sit the test using pencil and eraser to write on the paper. Of course, a lot of people preferred this option because it allows them to have a very clean answer paper at the end of the test, knowing full well that there will be the need for some test takers to erase certain answers they feel to be incorrect in the course of sitting or taking on the exam. Of course, this is very peculiar to humans. Due to our nature, we are prone and bound to make some mistakes or change our decisions on certain options or choices during exams because of exam conditions in the quest of having a better outcome. Also, the availability of the UKVI computer-based test in certain countries were restricted to certain geographical locations. As such, it didn't allow for a lot of test takers to sign up for it, looking at the proximity, the distance. Secondly, some persons may not prefer the computer-based test because they are not conversant and comfortable with the option of the computer. Now, there is the policy by the IELTS body which now leaves test takers who are solely interested in sitting the UKVI IELTS test to writing their test only on the computer. The paper-based option is scrapped. Hi, are you shocked? Well, this is the latest policy that has taken effect already. What does this mean? It simply means that every test taker aspiring to go for the UKVI IELTS test must write the test only on the computer. There is no more room for the paper-based test. It is cancelled. Of course, it comes with a number of advantages and disadvantages as well. For anyone aspiring to go to the UK for either studies or job or to reunite with a spouse, you now have the sole option of taking it on the computer. And of course, this means for you to write your essay, you're going to be typing directly on the computer system. For you to write your letter or your report, you'll be writing directly on the computer system. When you are taking on the listening and reading test, everything will now be on the screen. Now the advantage has always been your test results will be out within 3 to 5 or 7 working days or 7 days after the test. Also, with the computer-based test, you are eligible to take on one skill after the result must have been released. Perhaps you've realized that one of the skills out of the listening, reading, writing, and speaking tests, you have discovered that one of them isn't good enough for the application you would like to apply. Hence, you are now eligible to write just one of the skills without having to enroll for the 4 testing areas. This is good news for everyone. Secondly, when you are going for the Ielts test, some of you may not know about this. Whether you are going for the UKVI Ielts test or the standard Ielts test, there is now the provision for anyone who writes or sits the exam via the computer-based route to go and retake just one of the modules, just one of the skills. But this is not open to the paper-based test takers. When you take your IELTS test via the paper-based, of course, this is now limited to the standard IELTS. It's no longer available for the UKVI. I've just explained that area. So, but if you wish to write the computer-based test, you are free to take the test either the standard IELTS test route or the UKVI. But of course, you know the applications are totally parallel. UKVI is solely and only and strictly used for applications in the UK. You can't use the UKVI test result to apply to any other country. I'm sure you are aware of this. But the standard IELTS test results can be used to apply to all other countries in the world except in the UK. Of course, there's also a little twist where you can use the same standard academic test result to apply for your nursing jobs, or sometimes some institutions still accept that, right? Now, if you write the standard IELTS test via the computer route, of course, you can now enroll to sit just one of the skills after you have completed the first 4 skills. When the result comes out and you feel one of the test results isn't good enough. For instance, out of the listening, reading, writing, and speaking test, you feel one of them has a very low score that is not okay for the application, you can choose to write any of them for computer-based test takers, right? So this is a very vital information you need to know about. So when you are deciding on what to sit or write, you would make the best of your decisions and choices, so that you get to enjoy every benefit that comes along with it. All right, thank you so much for watching. We always want you to please feel free and share our content, refer your friends to our channel, and please subscribe to our channel. See you in our next video. I remain your humble friend, Ben. Ciao.